my friends, and welcome back to Dragon Age Inquisition. In yesterday's video, we did spend another day in the Western Approach working on quests, exploring, all sorts of those things. In today's video, we are going to spend another day in the Western Approach. However, I don't think we'll be here all day. My plan is to work on the quest on the Chantry Trail. I did relocate myself down here. I did also pick up a bunch of shards. I did pick up, I think, 3 of the 4 things for luring a dragon or something like that. But basically what I want to do is finish all the way down here on the southern end and then come back up here closer to Griffinwing Keep, work on some of these, and then head back to Skyhold, open up these areas, and then maybe move on to something else. It really depends on how slow I am, but we'll see. I did do a lot of like miscellaneous prep work off screen, but hopefully that will help us in the big scheme of things. So on the Chantry Trail, we basically needed to find where the trail leads. We picked up all these signs, and now we're down here with some White Claw Raider escorts. Again. No, don't come any closer to me, please. Hang on. But we put, oh, I can't. No, I can't. That's not what I meant, but that's fine. Stun him again. And okay.
I could do this all day.
I know, Dorian, you like to do this all the time, but hopefully we won't have to. Oh, there's something to read. Elegantly written note. Gentlemen, your mistakes are beginning to distress me. I told you to take the equipment and leave the research team alive. Perhaps you don't know the difference between life and death. If you cock this up again, I'll be happy to demonstrate the distinction for you in detail, Servis. You know, I want to meet this guy because he sounds evil, but he has a very, very morbid sense of humor. Rebel Mage's note. It just keeps staring at me. It had to go. Well, what was staring at you, Rebel Mage? That's never good. Oh, let's pick up some more ore. I mean, this looks like creepy poisonous springs or something. Not pleasant. Now we're just gonna come down here and go into this cave because I'm assuming that's where all this leads.
Good try.
Yes, that's where it leads. Well, let's save and go into this cave. That's not the Inquisition symbol, but the Chantry symbol? Well, yes, it's on the Chantry Trail. Duh. Read your quest, dummy. Oh, mosaic. Well, okay, we're gonna read the creation of a phylactery. Is this a Codex entry? Yes, I'll read that later. The Archdemon mosaic piece found. And then Chantry logbook. We so far cannot confirm that Firmin has had any luck attracting spirits at all. It may not be possible for spirits in the Fade to even see someone who has so long been tranquil. He wishes to continue the experiments. We will stay and observe until he's ready to leave. What were they? Who was in these chains? Were they trying to fix his tranquility? Templar commander armor. And then just gray gear. Huh. Very... Okay, I as a Qunari mage would like to leave now. Oh, but we'll fast travel out of here. Okay, well that's everything on the southern portion. I'm gonna hold off on Here Lies the Abyss and this other landmark ideally until the rest of the area is done. That would be my goal. But let's go to this camp and then we will work on one of these side quests. Let's see, we had hunting patterns, Yeah, I already found 3. They were right near where I was picking up shards, so I did 3 of the 4. But there were like a ton of extras. I want to get this unlocked so that I can go over into this area where these statues are, because that just looks so cool. Yeah, we had to pick up another hunting pattern. They look like bones on the ground. I keep seeing like a bird fly overhead and it freaks me out because I think it's a dragon. Okay.
Got to be something here.
Yeah, you guys love to tell me that. There it is. There's the bones. Okay, so we found the hunting patterns and we needed to find... We had to find a phoenix tail feather. But... Hello, hyena. I wonder if it's going to be in the gaseous area. Because it looks like... Yeah, it looks like it's going to be down the gassy area, so that's going to have to wait. So instead, let's head over to this... I did the Astrarium. I have to find this landmark, and I did go all throughout Griffin Wing Keep looking for the landmark, so my only conclusion is that it's maybe underneath. And... Are these... Darkspawn? Just wandering around. So my only conclusion was that maybe it's in the cave. That's the sentence I didn't finish. I'll try to...
Where'd they come from? We should find out.
Well, I think they came from over here. Because that's where it says they came from. Trouble with Darkspawn. That's the one I wanted to work on next.
It's exactly what the Wardens are supposed to prevent.
Yeah, but they're too busy, I don't know, doing other weird things. There's this Hurlock Alpha. Well, how about you stay right there while Blackwall gets to you. Oh, your stupid armor. Dang, he is definitely elite. Come on, guys, there's 4 of us and 1 of him. I feel like this shouldn't be quite so hard. Blackwall, where are you going? Okay. Blackwall slightly approves, and I unlocked Hurlock Alpha Codex entry. I'm pretty sure I read that in Dragon Age Origins. And there's another. There's a ghoul. Hello, ghoul. Well. Just exploded. Oh, and there is a hyena. Let's take care of that first. Okay. Here is the cave. Another magical barrier. So did the Wardens put up all these barriers, or a row of mages, or how'd that all work out? Yeah, the landmark is down here. Okay. Oh, this is the well with all the dead... Oh, yep, the dead bodies. There you go. The old well. This ancient cistern stinks like rotting meat. That makes me want to throw up. The Archdemon? I bet you... Can I climb back up and get up into the keep? I will try that in a second. Okay, excuse me. Serpent stone. Anything else of interest down here? Nope. That looks like it's it. Okay, let's climb back out. See if it brings us into the keep.
Your prices are far too high.
I've had to ship this from Lake Celestine.
Okay, well, I'm going to empty my bags real quick before we continue on, and I will be back momentarily.
You don't think this place is haunted, do you? What with mages and all?
I do love how that gate opens. That is really cool. Hurry up, you three. All right, well, I don't know if I can find all this, but there's... Trouble with Darkspawn takes me in two places, and one of them looked like the kind of flag symbol like I saw when we got to the smoky, the gaseous area. But I'm gonna come out here to this one, and there's nothing. More signs of dark. Well, I don't need a sign of Darkspawn. They're just here. Apparently there's something I can find as well. Okay. Okay. Oh, look, it's a phoenix. How convenient. You could drop a phoenix feather? That would be amazing. Can I not? Okay, here it is. Unlock this operation.
I can't fight air. I'm not going.
That's fine.
The Darkspawn got through. I'll have to see what our people at Skyhold can do.
Okay. Totally fine. We can do all those things. Did I get a phoenix feather? I did not. Did I? I don't think I looted the thing either. Where is it? I don't know where it is. It's not back there. Here it is. Okay. Phoenix scales, so not a phoenix feather. Ah, that's okay. All right, so let's head back to Skyhold, because I think that's everything that I can possibly do here. And get these... I don't know why I'm going there. And get these operations unlocked so that we can come back here at some point in the future. All right, here we are again, back in Skyhold, outside the War Council to do some War Table quests. So I want to do the 2 for the Western Approach so I can get those areas unlocked so that the next time I go back there, I have places to go. Then the third of the 4 that I want to do had to do with the Storm Coast. It said Red Templars available. Red Templars on the Storm Coast. Reports indicate...
Is Knight Captain Rylen satisfied with his post?
It's not an easy assignment, but if anyone can handle the approach, it's him.
Thanks, guys. So when I zoned back into Skyhold, this popped up in my, pop-up corner. And I guess the war table, it's not really an operation though, is it? It's an unlock, it looks like, more than anything. But anyway, it says reports indicate that Red Templars have taken over an old dwarven port on the Storm Coast, granting them a foothold in Ferelden as well as easy access to the Waking Sea. The port itself provides a strong defense from outside attack. A full assault by our soldiers might eventually yield results, but not without high casualties. A smaller group may have better luck infiltrating their stronghold. So I can either pick my forces, which says small initial attacks could secure the surrounding area and distract the Templars from our larger plan, or secrets. We do not want to draw attention too soon. My agents will find a way to enter the stronghold without alerting the Red Templars. I think I'm going to go with that one because that's even what the quest text says to do. Oh God, I hope I don't go there. Our agents have acquired access to the Red Templars' foothold on the Storm Coast. The Templars feel themselves secure. It's time to prove them wrong. No, I don't want to go out there. I want to go back over here. I wonder what that's for. Let's see. Find the source of the Darkspawn. Commander Cullen, we have scattered reports of Darkspawn in the area, but it has been difficult to track down their point of origin. They're less hampered by the sulfur pits than we are, and our guess is that they are coming from somewhere on the far side. Our troops can bridge the pits, which should allow us to cross safely and find the location of the Darkspawn, but we will need significant resources to ensure the safety of the men while construction is underway. I await your orders, Lieutenant Tamsen. So our only option is forces. Building a bridge in that blasted area will be ugly work, but I can deploy enough troops to ensure that's done safely. Thanks, Cullen. Commander Cullen, thanks to the reinforcements you sent, we constructed the bridge safely with minimal losses and fortified it in the event the Darkspawn try to use it themselves. The Darkspawn are coming from ruins that appear to be Tevinter. Per your orders, I am restricting the troops to scouting and guard patrols until the ruins can be investigated. No, we don't want to go now. We don't want to go now. And then crossing the sulfur pits. This is the gas stuff. Commander, we have completed initial estimates on the construction of an elevated bridge over the toxic sulfur pits in the western approach. The work will require 10 of our engineers and 6 wagon loads of lumber, but the finished construction will allow troops to move through the region at a safe distance from the poisonous gas. Knight Captain Rylen. So Forces says, on your order, we can build a path. Our soldiers will personally see to its construction or connections. A few words to Compte of Val for men, and we can have a bridge built. Well, let's use this as a network opportunity. Maybe. Networking opportunity. Inquisitor, the Compte of Val for men was only too happy to loan his workmen and materials to our project, eventually. Well, we should have done it ourselves then. The bridge is ready for inspection at your earliest convenience. No, not now. And I want to do one more. But let's pick... train. What's train? The Mages Collective sent me a letter. They're very organized. It was they who asked me to study the rifts. I mentioned that maybe. Anyway, it was a very good idea. The collective is interested in the results of my research, especially since I've been training you. Rift magic can be difficult, but I have notes, lots of notes. If they read them carefully, there should be no mishaps. Your trainer. Cullen says this magic's barely tested. At least have them study here. I will spare some Templars to supervise if it means not sending those notes maker knows where. Okay, I don't want to be that paranoid. Leliana says the more who know, the more that knowledge will spread. There are advantages to wielding a weapon few understand. Josephine says, although apostates before the circles fell, the Mages Collective appears a relatively reasonable and moderate group. They commissioned the study. We can grant them the results. I would agree, Josephine. I sent my notes to the Mages Collective. Things must be progressing well. I haven't heard back yet. I'm sure they're very busy. There were a lot of notes. Your trainer. Oh, my trainer. That was great. All right, with the time that I have left today, I wanted to work on a couple companion quests. So the first one is turning in the favors, the first Enchanter to Vivienne, since we finished finding all of her books.
You acquitted yourself well enough in the game, my dear, and now you have the gratitude of an empire. Well done.
Oh, apparently we're going to talk. Okay, it's done.
Your lost books have been found.
My dear, you are a treasure.
Thanks. She greatly approves. Okay, well, we're going to come... Okay, we're not going to go around her, apparently. We're going to jump down, and then the next quest I want to start, at least, is... So found it. The other quest that I want to work on today is actually Demands of the Coon. This is Iron Bull's, I guess, personal quest, obviously. This is where I have to go to the Storm Coast and meet with the Qunari, and I, as a non-Qunari, I'm not super excited to do this, but let's go there anyway. I don't know if I'll finish it all today, but I figure, hey, why not? Demands of the Coon is right there, so what I've got. Keeping the Darkspawn down. And then I wonder if the area I unlocked is back here. So, well, let's just go back to the main entrance point. And let's see, obviously we have to bring Iron Bull because it's his quest. Let's bring Varric because he has experience with Qunari, and then I'd actually like to see how the Qunari interact with Dorian because he's a Tevinter. That could be amusing, right?
All right. Our Qunari contact should be here to meet us.
He is. Good to see you again, Hissrad.
Gatt! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gatt. We work together in Saharan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor. Hissrad's reports say you're doing good work.
Bull is Hissrad, I assume?
Iron Bull's name is Hissrad.
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was Hissrad because I was assigned to secret work. You can translate it as Keeper of Illusions, or...
Liar. It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a common enemy. I'm not really pleased to meet you. I'm not certain I'm thrilled about this, but, we have a common enemy, so bigger picture, let's try and see how that goes. Anyway.
I'm only here because we both want to stop Corypheus.
Indeed. The Tevinter Imperium is bad enough without the interference of this Venatori cult.
Yes. Filthy, decadent brutes, the lot of them. I'm certain life would be much better for all of us under the Qun.
It was for me, after the Qunari rescued me from slavery in Tevinter. I was 8. The Qun isn't perfect, but it gave me a better life.
Yes, one free from all that pointless free will and independent thought. Such an improvement.
Dorian. Yeah, Tevinter's worth. Neither side is perfect. Let's go with that one.
The Imperium and the Qunari both have their problems.
Fair enough, I suppose.
I'm not here to convert anyone. All I care about is stopping this red lyrium from reaching Minrathos.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks. We could lose Saharan and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hassrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
Okay, well, I have questions, obviously. What if the ship has mages?
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as well, if the dreadnought can't handle them.
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll be dead by the 3rd shot. On land, though, a half-dozen Venatori attacking the dreadnought from cover could do some serious damage.
I don't know why his voice sounds so familiar. It's great. The slight accent is amazing. It's bugging me. Where do I know that voice from? Anyway, why not attack them at sea?
If it's dangerous for the dreadnought close to shore, why not attack when the smugglers reach open water?
Any decent smuggling ship can outrun a dreadnought on open water. We need to catch them close to shore.
Why use a small force?
I could have crushed any Venatori resistance with the Inquisition's main forces. Why not use them?
Because then the Venatori would have seen you coming and run. They'd schedule a new shipment for later, and our spies might not know when or where. This is risky, yes, but it's our best chance to destroy the shipping operation permanently.
Well, Bull, does this work for you?
What do you think, Bull? Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong. If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting Red Lyrium into Minrathos?
Okay, let's go.
Let's go hold up our end of the bargain, then.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to guard the shore. There and there. We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
I'll come with you, boss. Crem can lead the charges. Let me fill him in. Come by when you're ready to move.
Okay, well, we'll go speak to Bull, but let's talk to Gatt again. Maybe.
Just waiting on you and Hissrad, or Iron Bull, I guess.
Well, let's ask about Iron Bull.
You knew Iron Bull back when he fought in Saharan?
Yes, he led the group that freed me. I was a Magister's slave, and when the Magister went to Saharon, he brought me along. For company. Iron Bull and his men attacked my master's ship and killed him, as well as his soldiers. Bull set me free.
And then you joined the Qun, I take it.
And you decided to start following the Qun after that?
What do you think? I just watched a giant horned warrior kill the Magister who hurt me.
I've never heard this story.
You never told me about this.
One of the few things he hasn't shared with you, I gather. Sure, Bull. Share the secret Ben Hasrath reports, but keep that bit where you save the elf boy to yourself.
Is Bull in trouble?
Is Bull going to get in trouble for passing those reports on?
The Ben Hasrath aren't pleased with how forthcoming Bull has been, but he was one of their best agents. He kept the streets clean in Saharon longer than anyone before him or after. He fought until it nearly killed him. The Ben Hasrath trust him enough to accept how he joined the Inquisition, even if they don't like it. Besides, they hate to discard a tool that might still have some use left in it. That's why I have a job.
You had trouble with the Qun?
It sounds like following the Qun hasn't always been easy.
I had a temper. Bull's nickname for me, Gatt, comes from Gatlock, the explosive power in Qunari cannons. I was so angry when I was first freed. I wanted revenge. I wanted to find my family who was still enslaved in Minrathos. I thought about leaving when the Qun didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, but I didn't.
Why not?
The Qunari were always ready to listen, to teach. They cared for me as much as one of their own. And if I leave, the parts of the Qun that I don't like are never going to change.
Okay, well, how did you end up here?
How did an elf end up working for the Qunari out here?
The Ben Hasrath usually pick elves or humans to work outside of Qunandar. They're a little harder to spot. I've worked in Orlais and Navarra, but only for a few years now.
And before that?
What did you do before that?
When I was old enough, I fought Tevinter forces in Saharon. I was too angry to do much else. It took me a long time to accept the Qun, to get past justice to purpose. Some days are still difficult.
And, well, let's ask about the Qun first. I don't want to as Theron, but I'll do it anyway for completion's sake.
Do you have a minute to talk about the Qun?
I'm a spy, Inquisitor, not a teacher. I'm not interested in converting anyone or debating the philosophy. But I suppose it would make for an interesting report to hear the Inquisitor's opinion of the Qun.
Well, I'll be honest, I detest the Qun.
Tell them that the Inquisitor thinks the Qun is loathsome and disgusting.
You must really want our ships, then.
Yeah.
I understand your viewpoint for what it's worth. Out in this world, the Qun sounds terrible. As a way of life, the simplicity, the fairness of it is something I cherish. The lack of identity, though, I've struggled with it myself.
Well, how will an alliance help me?
No one's actually detailed how an alliance with the Qunari will help the Inquisition.
The answer to that is above my rank. But the Qunari don't really bargain. They don't know how. I doubt you want Qunari troops stomping around your stronghold.
Not really.
They're too far away for supplies to be useful.
Yes.
You get more use out of our ships, I imagine. And the agents we've got spread across Tethras. We know a lot more than what Bull sees in those reports he's been forwarding to your spy master.
Okay, well, we will move shortly.
I'll let you know when we're ready.
I await your pleasure, Inquisitor.
Yeah, I don't think Theron would be into the Qun. I don't think he'd be interested in it. I don't think he would love it. I think he would, being raised by people who escaped and hid themselves and whatnot, I just don't think he'd be down for that. So, good to be honest. That was an easy decision. And Bill's no longer my party. Let's save, just in case I can't stop in the next couple minutes.
Once they're down, send up your signal. That'll let the Dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage.
Get in close and take their Enchanter down before he takes over the battlefield.
He'll be dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
Qunari don't have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
Well, I'm ready.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers! Hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it, Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move.
Oh no. Okay.
You gave your chargers the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times.
Well, I am basically at time for today, so I guess tomorrow we'll pick back up here with the demands of the Qun, and depending upon how long that takes, maybe we'll have time to work on some of these quests over here. I'll have to pick up Blackwall to see if he wants to help us kill Darkspawn. He likes doing that, right? Anyway, as always, thank you so very much for watching. Please do keep yourselves safe, and I will see you again tomorrow with another new Dragon Age Inquisition video.